Air Raid and Slipstream are some of the best bots in the game, but they can be extremely underrated, especially in lower leagues. Now, for example, in Prime League, people understand why these bots are so good and they use them widely, but lower leagues, people just don't understand, and it's probably because the bots can be quite confusing. So I'll get over the ability real quick. Basically, okay, you drop a fusion bomb that stuns target for 20 seconds. The stun part, that's only available from ability level 11. Below that, he does not stun. So, basically you tag a certain target, and for 20 seconds, that's basically when you have a timer, and you have to destroy the tagged building, and it will explode, dealing this much damage to an area. So this may be quite confusing to people, especially considering the fact that earlier on there are bots that are just much easier to use, like Optimal Optimus and Transmetal to Megatron, Leo Prime and Predacon Inferno. They can just, much easily deal a lot of damage. So bot like this may seem very, underwhelming, but that's absolutely not the case. Especially if you go consider the things like cost. This is an amazing cost. This is extremely low, and this amount of damage is huge. What is also valuable is this is non-elemental damage. Basically, it is not blocked by any build bots. For example, in Prime League, everyone is going to run 2, maybe 3 fireproof build bots in the current meta. They shut down fire bots quite hard, and you need to have alternatives. And this is the best alternative because this guy just doesn't care. He can destroy shield gen clusters. He can destroy everything that is grouped up together. Yes, he depends on a combo, but there are some incredibly effective and cheap combos to use, which I will show you in the upcoming gameplay. But this is a lot of damage. It can go up to like 15,000 damage, which is insane for this low cost. And the reach of this ability, range in which you can cast ability, is absolutely huge. Huge. One of the biggest ranges in the game. So yeah, amazing bot. It just doesn't care about any elemental decreases. It just does a ton of damage for a very cheap cost. And yeah, overall really amazing. And now I'll go over for the build. Enhanced Ordnance is number one and only that this bot doesn't have bot specific core and doesn't really work with any prime cores. You absolutely do want Enhanced Ordnance because you want this ability to do as much damage as possible. As for combat, Nightstick and Fracas are by far the best because it makes Air Raid and Slipstream stand at extra long range. There are jets, the aerial class by default, and they stay at short range by default, and this is really not good because it can really dampen their survivability. This puts them at extra long range, meaning they stay further away. Yes, it does decrease the reach of their ability a little bit, but it's absolutely no problem because the survivability that you get is much better. So yeah, Nightstick and Fracas are the best. They increase your damage, give you self-heal, acid in an area, overall extremely amazing. Second best option is Cosmic Rust Blaster. Damage increase and pairs well with all sorts of elementals. If you do not have Cosmic Rust Blaster, go with Fleck and Crater Maker. They are okay, but they will put you at long range instead of extra long. And lastly, you can use Pinpointer and Singe. They will put you at medium range, but I wouldn't recommend it pretty much because of this, and this combat doesn't really do much at all. This is like an extremely watered down version of Nightstick and Fracas, so yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. Nightstick is by far the best, so definitely go for it, no contest. And yeah, I will show you now the gameplay. I will show you gameplay against a harder base, a very hard base actually. If I'm going all out with the combiner and showing you value of this bot, and then I'm gonna show you in an easier war against an easier base without a combiner, without me attacking without a combiner. So again, just to show you how valuable this bot is, how you can use it in action, and yeah, I hope you will enjoy the upcoming gameplay. So I'll go first over the hard base. This is base 5 of G1 Psyops. We pulled them for the third time this week in a war, and this is crazy, but yeah, a different layout again. And I made a few slight misplays, but it's not a big of a deal. And as you can see, they have so many fireproof cores, so I'm taking no fire bots. And this is why value of Air Raid is so great. Yeah, I'm just gonna go slowly, and first I will go with pipes, deploy him a little bit in the back, the same thing, because so he can taunt and take the heat from the spider mines and also pop any motion sensing mines in front. And now I'm deploying rest of the squad, although I should probably deploy the rest a bit in the back because my healer will get hurt a little bit. But okay, first, as you can see, Air Raid range is huge, and here I'm using him in a combo with Blue Streak and Smokescreen. Blue Streak is Wild Rider for the Subticons, and Smokescreen is Breakneck. As you can see, with yeah, I can just stage so far away, and while my squad is getting ability points at the bottom, I can do damage on the top. So that's one of the reasons why Air Raid is just so amazing. Yeah, he just doesn't care. He does damage. It's crazy good, but yeah, he's starting to pat off a little bit, but I'm trying to use it to my advantage now. Yeah, I panicked here a little bit because sometimes patting this game can be a little bit wacky. So I'm trying to take out the antidote core over here. I made a slight misplay, should have taken a Metroplex for this war, because he doesn't care about antidote cores, he just does instant damage with his ability. So yeah, I'm taking the shield gen with my Air Raid, and I'm checking for Blue Streak, but he's out of range sadly, so I will go with the Titan ability to trigger it. I will use Smokescreen ability to deal damage and apply glass gas, and use the Titan and use the boost to deal us more damage, and now using Smokescreen to execute. And I'm gonna use it again to execute at my Cronus. And I believe I'm using it to execute Megatronus as well. Yeah, I am. So yeah, as you can see, Air Raid can do so heavy damage, and he doesn't care about any build bots. So no need for fire. Just have to know what you're doing. And here I was contemplating if I should try Combinerless, but I just didn't feel like losing because I actually messed up on two bases this war because I was trying out something new. I already got 300 against Psyops last war, so I don't care about getting 300 this time. But yeah, okay, as you can see, I'm now deploying my Ruination after I popped everything so that I don't get caught in by their abilities. And now I'm keeping them stunned while I am also staying away from the kill zone. And I'm also doing damage here with his second ability to damage enemy Titan and the surrounding buildings. And again, I'm stunning outposts while keeping Ruination out of the kill zone because multi-defense system and the beam lasers would shred him down much faster. And this way he can deal damage to enemy Titan. So as you can see, that's a lot of damage. And my Titan already won. It can now help me, which is a big deal. So yeah, now it's pretty much just chipping them down. I have plenty of energy left. And here I'm going for more AoE damage. As you can see, I'm comboing with Smokescreen to take these parts out. I'm gonna have to trigger it once again. This will take out the 3 buildings in total. So yeah, again, he doesn't care about build bots at all. And the way you can up his damage is glass gas from Smokescreen, for example. Increases damage by 40%, which ups his damage output to about 14,000 AoE from his ability. And Arc with passive skill, if Air Raid is above 50% HP, can also be increased by 10% more, so it can be up to 15,000 damage in an area, which is huge. Blue Streak and Wild Rider, they also decrease HP permanently of the surrounding buildings, so this can also be used in a greater combo, especially if your Air Raid and Slipstream do less damage, if they're lower level, for example, and things like that. But yeah, this is now a clean win. Could have played it better, but as you can see, this should show you the value of these bots. And now this is the easier war where I'm going without a combiner. This is just base 1 in Cybertron war. I just didn't want to sweat too hard over it. I went over an easier base to show you without a combiner, you know. Again, no firebots because I want my Air Raid to shine, to really show just what he can really do. I will start with Smokescreen because I want to take out that Force Field Disruptor build bot so that I can rush with my pipes and pretty much have some sort of protection. So I'm going slowly and just taking it out. He can take it out with 2 shots, and glass gas is actually doing a huge favor. So yeah, and I'm going with pipes, rushing to make him the priority. And now I'm taking a target with my Air Raid and trying to deal as much damage as possible. Basically take this out, and this will take out 3 buildings in total. Yeah, 3 very important buildings. Not a great layout on this base, but Again, I just want to do an easy combinerless, because I'll show it already on a hard base, and some people are saying that, you know, they just don't want to see always the hardest content because they don't war there, so they want to see something easier. So that's what I'm just trying to deliver. Yeah, pretty much as you can see, Air Raid has such huge reach and can deal damage regardless of any build bots. He just needs to be comboed. But you can just target weaker buildings like build bots or spider mines and things like that, and utility buildings even, like research lab and things like that. If they are in the area, you know, you can just target them with Air Raid and trigger easily, even with a battle boost. Some can be destroyed with a battle boost. So there are many ways, so you can just try to think outside the box on how to use him the most effectively. Yeah, my squad is pretty much just walking through it, but I want to take out this shield gen. And blue streak is too far again. He just doesn't want to listen, but yeah, it is what it is. Luckily, I have some energy saved up, and I'm waiting for blue streak to come closer because I'm noticing that uh, the the area in the bottom which was keeping blue streak in the back is getting cleared up. So I'm just gonna wait for him to come, and then I'm going to trigger. Yeah, 2 shots should be enough. Actually, I'm comboing it with smokescreen, so this is gonna be even stronger. Yeah, amazing. Air Raid is just so helpful. He just doesn't care. As you can see, there's fireproof up here. I don't care because I'm not doing any fire damage. He just doesn't care. He just does it all, and I'm loving that bot. Really, you know, again, with the right setup, he also acts as an additional gunner, so makes things a lot easier. And this is a clean win. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and see you in the next one.